All right, so I did not talk about how I cleaned those crankshaft journals. And so what I got, obviously I'm not doing it anymore. It's already done. But I forgot to share that with you guys. So I figured I'd throw something together right quick, explain how I do it. This is not something that I invented by any stretch of the imagination. But anyway, what I got is I got some old shoelaces, okay? New shoelaces work just as good. Doesn't matter the brand name, it's a 800 grit wet dry sandpaper for auto work. I will tell you that you can probably go down to a 400 grit and be okay. I had to do a lot of scrubbing with the 800 grit. I think if I just used a 400 grit, it might have went a little bit quicker. But basically, so these are two scraps I got. So you can see that I cut it. This one isn't cut to fit, but these are the scraps. But you cut it to fit the journal, whatever one you're doing. If you're doing one of the Conrod journals, the main bearing journal, course number 5, is a little bit bigger. So you just cut it to fit. The old PB blaster, can't go wrong with that. What else we got over here? We got the Whiskey Delta, the old Whiskey Delta stuff. That'll work too. A little bit of carb cleaner first, and then the Whiskey Delta, the old Papa Bravo, whatever suits your fancy. And take your sandpaper. I spray it down before I wrap it. Wrap it around the journal. I'm going to use the new one because it's not all covered in oil. Take it, put a few wraps on it, and just light pressure. And as you pull it back and forth, it basically sands it out really nice. Doesn't take off that much metal, if any at all. Basically just cleans it up. So that's how I'm doing that. Once I get done with that, clean it off. Obviously you're gonna have, it's gonna be gray, looks gray. Wipe it all down, clean rag. I do have generic, whatever, lint-free stuff. You guys probably been seeing, I got a whole bunch of t-shirt rags and some, what's the word I'm looking for? Microfiber. Yeah. So, lint-free I'll use right before I assemble. Make sure everything's wiped down real good. As I'm cleaning it, I just use stuff with lint in it. Anyway, so you clean off all that stuff, and any military folk that are my age, you know what this stuff is. We used to use it to shine all our dress uniform stuff, our belt buckles and stuff like that. Kids nowadays don't do that anymore, but it's basically just metal polish, okay? Take some metal polish, took some of those microfiber towels, once again, cut those into strips that are usable, and put that on the journal. So I would take that polish, let's see if I can get this in frame. Use this one right here. Just go around, put it on there, and then wrap that rag around there. And same thing as the shoelace. Just taking it, just running it back and forth. If you're a younger guy or gal and you've never shined anything, it's got a gritty feel to it, and you know you're good when it feels nice and smooth. Okay, the towel has absorbed all that grit. You've taken it off that journal, feels nice and smooth. You know you're good to go. What I did on a couple of them was after the fact. I grabbed a clean piece of towel, went in there. Didn't necessarily do the scrubbing part of it, but just ran it through there just to make sure I had all that metal polish out of there. All right, so that's how I did it. for what it's worth, you know, it seemed to come out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Like I said, the only thing is I might have went with a 400 grit as opposed to an 800 grit. This is an older engine. I don't know if you guys remember, this is a 73. Don't know how long the crank's been in there. Could have been in there since 73, could have been in there since the 90. I don't know how long it's been in there. So it's about as close to a barn find as you can get, even though I know the guy that gave it to me pretty well. But I know it's been in his barn for 10 years. So I know what it came out of. I know where it's from. So when it came out of a Rambler, and before that it was a truck engine. So whether or not it was rebuilt before it was put into the Rambler originally, I don't know. So definitely has had some wear on it. So I might have went with a 400 grit. If you guys are rebuilding a newer engine or an engine with less miles on it, that 800 might be great for you, because you're not going to have a lot of the marks on there, the scuffing, the general wear on your crank. You might just be cleaning it up just a tad. So that 800 might work great for you. All right. Just figured I'd share that in case anybody's looking for some ideas about what to do with their crank. And this dang dog barking. I'm so easily distracted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like squirrel. What's that? What's that? Yeah? No. What's over there? Anyway, I got to take that thing to the machine shop this week, and hopefully we're going to get it honed out and fixed up right, get it cleaned. And then I'll talk to y'all hopefully next week. You'll see a pattern with these videos. They're only coming on the weekends because I work during the week. What am I going to do? Okay? And you see underneath that deer head over there? There's a table. I really got to get hot on that. I really do. So thought my wife was coming home. About to catch me talking to y'all. She'd be like, "Who you talking to?" I'll be like, YouTubers. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Bye.